Hello students, how are you? Hope you all are fine. Once again, welcome to our channel Socio Genius. बच्चों, आज हम पढ़ेंगे एक नया चैप्टर that is forest and wildlife. In this chapter, we will discuss about different types of forest of India and the wildlife of India. So, let's start our chapter. The different plants that grow naturally in a place are together called the natural vegetation of that place. The different plants that grow naturally, that means the different types of plants which grow naturally in a place are together called the natural vegetation of that place. It is called the natural vegetation of that particular place. Natural vegetation depend on things like climate, soil and landform. This natural vegetation depends mainly on the climate, soil and the landform. So, plants in deserts are different from those in wet forest. That's why the plants that grow in desert are different from those those trees or forests that grow in wet forest. When we study natural vegetation, we often look at forest. So, when we say that natural vegetation, we look at the forest. Forests are home to different kinds of animals, trees and smaller plants, because the forest is said to be the home of animals, trees and many small plants. So, first we will study about the forest of India. Depending on climate, soil and landform, forest can be of different types. So, according to the climate, soil and landform, forest can be divided into different types. So, India has mainly 5 types of forest. In India, we find that there are mainly 5 types of forest. So, what are they? Now, first is your rainforest, second is monsoon forest, third thorny forest, then mountain forest, and the last one is your mangrove forest. So first we will discuss about your rainforest. So the places that get heavy rain throughout the year have dense forest called rainforest. That means the rainforest, the word shows that there is lot of rain in this type of forest. Okay, so the places that get heavy rain throughout the year have dense forest, and it is called the rainforest. So most of the trees in this forest are evergreen. As it gets heavy rain throughout the year, so the trees here are evergreen. They remain, the leaves remains forever. So the trees do not shed all leaves together. So they do not shed their leaves at a time. So they remain green all the round. Throughout the year it remains green. This is the nature of rainforest. Then second comes your monsoon forest. So monsoon forests are found in warm places that have wet and dry seasons. So the places where it is which is wet and dry, we can see the monsoon type of forest. Most trees in these forests are deciduous. So in this monsoon forest, we can find that many trees are deciduous. These trees shed all their leaves and become bare in the dry season. First, we came to know that rainforest, where the leaves of the trees remain green forever. But in this type of forest, we see that the trees shed their leaves and become bare in dry seasons. That means in mostly in summer season, dry season जो है उसमें वो अपना पत्ता झाड़ देता है. So they grow new leaves at the start of rainy season. So the new leaves come to this type of forest or trees during the rainy season. So this is about your monsoon forest. First we have discussed about rainforest, and second we have discussed about monsoon forest. Thirdly we will discuss about thorny forest. Thorny forests are found in very dry places. So the places which are very dry, they have thorny type of forest. they have short trees and thorny bushes which need very little water. So dry places like take the example of desert, we can say that where we get very little rain or very little water. So that on that areas we have thorny forest with the bushes and many type of thorny trees. Okay, so this is all about your thorny forest. Fourthly, we will discuss about mountain forest. In the mountains, there are rainforest or deciduous forest on the lower slopes. Look at the picture of your book or on the screen, right side picture, you can see that how the different forests are grown in mountain forest. First, in the mountain forest, there are rainforest or deciduous forest on the lower slope. पूरा नीचे देखिए आप, आपको मिलेगा डिसीडियस फॉरेस्ट पूरा नीचे है लोअर स्टेप में, एंड उससे थोड़ा ऊपर हायर अप वेयर इट इज कोल्ड, उसके ऊपर थोड़ा कोल्ड रहता है, तो वी हैव कोन शेप ट्रीज लाइक कार्निफर्स ग्रो. So the conifers are the trees which looks like the shape, the top of the trees look like the shape of a cone. That's why it is known as conifer forest. So first on the mountain forest we have first step we are having deciduous forest, and then second step we are having conifer forest, and the third step we have very cold climate, and that's why there are grasslands. We can see grasslands. Still higher, it is very cold and only bushes and grasses can grow. So you can see this on the picture. And lastly we can see the picture, the total no trees there because of the very cold area and snowfall, so no tree can grow there. That's why this area remains barren. Okay, so this is about your mountain forest. Now we will discuss about the last one, that is mangrove forest. So what is mangrove forest? River delta and places near the sea have this type of forest called mangrove forest. Mangroves are plants that can live on land that is often flooded by salty water. So these type of plants can live only on the land that is often flooded by salty water. Okay, so it is flooded by salty water. The Sundarban Delta has the largest mangrove forest in the world. So in the world, the number one forest, that is Sundarban forest Delta, has the largest mangrove forest in the world. So this is all about your types of forest. Now we will discuss about why are forests important. ये जो forest है, why it is so much important for us. So let's discuss. Forest and trees are useful in many ways. This forest, which is full of trees, are very useful to us in the different ways or in varieties of ways. When trees make food, they use carbon dioxide and release oxygen. So trees gives us oxygen and they take carbon dioxide. This helps to keep the air clean and maintain its mix of gases. So through this we can get oxygen as well as it keeps the air clean. Okay, so the roots of the trees again hold the soil and stop it from being carried away by wind and water. Again what happens? Secondly, the root of the trees का root है जो है वो hold करता है soil को, so that the soil cannot wash away or carried away by the wind, neither by the wind nor by the water. Thirdly, tree give us wood which we use as fuel for fires. So third point is that trees also gives us wood, which is very much important and which the people use as fuel. So wood is used to build houses and for making things such as furniture and paper. Fourth one, that we get wood from the trees, which is used to build houses and also making many types of furniture, and we also get paper from this wood. We get fruits, medicines and other useful things from trees also. So besides all this, trees also provide us fruits, medicines and other useful things. So forests are lastly the home to many wild animals. The most important thing is that the forest is the home to many wild animals. So this is why the forest is important for all. Secondly, we will discuss saving our forest. How can we save the forest? As we know that many times people cut down the trees, so that nowadays there is very scarcity of trees, and which results that loss of rainfall also. So it is our foremost duty to save the trees or save the forest. So let's discuss what are these things. Trees are cut for wood and also to make space for farm, houses, roads, railways, and so on. Nowadays, we are cutting the trees to get wood and also to make farms, houses, roads, railways, etc. etc. Tapping plants to replace the trees that have been cut take many years to grow. एक बार अगर ट्री कट जाता है तो उसको फिर से दोबारा ग्रो करने के लिए many years, it takes many years. Okay, so as trees are being cut faster then they can be grown, our forests are becoming smaller. अगर ऐसे ही ट्री को काटते जाएंगे और ये बढ़ने के लिए जितना टाइम लगेगा, एक टाइम आएगा पूरा ट्री कट हो जाएगा और वो बढ़ने के लिए जितना टाइम चाहिए उसमें और कुछ बचेगा नहीं. So trees cut faster than they can grow, they can be grown. So our forests are becoming smaller. If this process will continue, then our quantity of forest will be very low. To stop this, we should not only plant trees but also reduce using the things that come from trees. So we have to stop this, and for this we should not only cut the trees but also reduce the use of things that we get from trees. For example, we may use fuels other than wood. अगर टाइम आएगा कि हम लोगों को वुड नहीं मिलेगा तो कैसे चलेगा, इसीलिए हमें उसके लिए कुछ अल्टरनेटिव भी सोचना पड़ेगा. सो वी शुड यूज सच थिंग्स which can be used as fuel except wood. We may also use old paper to make new paper. Instead of old paper, we can use old paper to make new paper. Old paper से हम लोग new paper को बनाना चाहिए. Then fewer trees will be cut down so that we can use very few trees. Then we will discuss about wildlife of India. So first we have discussed about what is natural vegetation and forest of India, different types of forest and why these forests are important, and lastly how can we save the forest. Now we will discuss about the wildlife of India. Wildlife means it is related to animals. Okay, so we will discuss what are these. India is a home to many kinds of wild animals. In India, we find many types of wild animals. For example, the tiger, the lion, the bear, etc., etc., jaguar, elephant, many types of animals. So, the tiger found in many parts of the country is our national animal. You know that tiger is our national animal. We have other big cats too, like the leopard, the Asiatic lion, and the snow leopard. So we have, except tiger, we have leopard, Asiatic lion, etc. India also has Asiatic elephants, jaguar, जिसको हम लोग बोलते हैं Indian bison, the rare one-horned, the elephants also, the rare one-horned rhinoceros, crocodiles, bears, wolves, and many kinds of monkeys, deer, snakes, frogs, insects, and fish. These are the different animals we find in our country. There are many kinds of birds as well. Like animals, we also have many kinds of birds like parrot, bulbuls, myna, kingfisher, duck, owl, and woodpecker, etc. And we have the peacock, which is our national bird. The peacock, you know, is the national bird of India. So this is the wildlife of India. Now we will discuss how can we protect our wildlife. So animals are hunted for their meat, skin, bones, tusks, and horns. People hunt, it means that people hunt animals to get meat, skin, bones, tusks, and to get the horns. So some are caught and sold at as pets. कुछ animals को भी pet बनाया जाता है. Okay, many animals like the tiger, the Asiatic lion, the Asiatic elephant, and the one-horned rhinoceros are now in danger of becoming extinct. Nowadays, these types of animals are not found at all because they are vanished today. So they need to be protected. So you cannot see these type of animals today because they are not nowadays they are not available. So they need to be protected. उनको अगर protect किया जाता रखा जाता तो आज आप लोग भी उनको देख पाते. Okay, so it is our foremost duty to protect our wild animals so that everybody can have the view of watching these animals. So to save wildlife, we must protect forest because cutting away forest makes many animals homeless. Similarly, if we'll cut the forest, then where this wildlife can settle? Oh, because these are the homes of animals. If you will cut down the trees, then they will not get their homes. They become homeless. So the hunting of animals must also be stopped. उनको मारना भी बंद कर देना चाहिए. The government has taken over some forests to protect wild animals in their natural homes. So nowadays the government has taken steps to protect these wild animals in their natural homes. So these are called national parks and wildlife sanctuaries. So government has made parks and national wildlife sanctuaries to preserve and protect these wild animals. Some are marked in the map. You can see the map. नीचे आपका दिया गया है map देख सकते हैं आप. Different types of wildlife sanctuaries and national parks are given and how the animals are protected there. So it is the plan made by our government. So this is all about your chapter, the forest and wildlife of India. In this chapter we have discussed different types of forest and importance of forest, then how to save the forest, then wildlife of India, how can we protect the wildlife of India, and what are the different wildlife sanctuaries made by our government. So this is all about your chapter. So to summarize this lesson, we can say once again that the different plants that grow naturally in a place are together called the natural vegetation of that place. Natural vegetation depend on things like climate, soil and landform. India has mainly 5 types of forest: rainforest, monsoon forest, thorny forest, mountain forest and mangrove forest. Then dense evergreen rainforests are found in places that get heavy year-round rain throughout the rain in a year. The deciduous monsoon forests are found in warm places with seasonal rain. Thorny forests are found in dry areas, mountain forest on the mountains and mangrove forest near sea coast. Lastly, forests are important resources. They give us oxygen, wood, fruits, medicines and many other useful things. Forests help to keep the air clean and maintain its mix of gases. They are home to many animals. Students, in this chapter I have highlighted some different difficult words that you have to learn. Now we will discuss about the meaning of some new words. These are completely new for you, so you have to know the meaning of these words. So let's discuss this. First one is your evergreen tree. It means a tree that does not shed all its leaves together. Secondly, deciduous tree. It means a tree that sheds all its leaves at a fixed time of the year. Third one, conifer, a type of tall cone-shaped tree found in cold places. Fourthly, mangrove, a plant that can live on land that is often flooded by salty water. Lastly, extinct, which means extinct plants and animals are those that have died out. That means these animals or plants are not nowadays available to see. So this is all about your word meanings. So I think this chapter is clear to you. If you have any doubt, you can ask to me without any hesitations. So if you like this video, then Don't forget to subscribe our channel. Link to the exercise question answers and the chapter is given in the description below. Thank you for watching.